So like many of you, I've been giving great consideration to the Trump indictment in Georgia, the fact that they're making a RICO case out of it, the fact that they are going after his lawyers. Those who dispensed legal advice to him are part of a RICO case. It's a joke of an indictment, and it's frankly evil because they're dividing America up more and more in their effort to take Donald Trump off of the playing field. They're trying to attack the king on the chessboard directly, and they don't care about the mass casualties, figuratively, in the way. And possibly literally, if we go into civil war, which is what I wanted to discuss. Because much like January 6th, that which very likely was egged on by the FBI.
Tomorrow, we need to go into the Capitol. Into the Capitol. Peacefully.
The deep state and the powers that be, so that they would get more power. Why do you think that they ran with the fake kidnapping of Gretchen Whitmer in Michigan, for which the defendants, who were not exactly likable people, were found innocent of? Because they're manipulating the public and brainwashing them the same way that they did during Trump's years with the Fine People hoax, with the Russia hoax, with the fish food that Trump threw in after Shinzo Abe in Japan did, and he was following suit, but of course they ignore the context. But regardless, as I said, what I fear is that some people will be egged on into committing an act of violence, which would then give the deep state and the Democrats legitimacy as they run roughshod over American people and take away more and more of our rights. So what we have to do is to educate as many people in the middle, not those hard-nosed Democrats that see only evil in what CNN tells them to when looking at Donald Trump, but to keep protesting peacefully and to vote these clowns out of office. I honestly do believe that these are despicable and evil people that know that they're doing wrong, that know that they're creating falsehoods and defending it somehow in their mind because they are getting a greater evil in their mind out of office, who never started a war. And maybe that's why they actually did, because he was bad for business. Although he was good for the businesses around America until COVID came onto the scene. So I implore my fellow Americans to stay peaceful and to not commit acts of violence. Who do you think that we are? BLM? Antifa? Those who attacked the White House and tried to burn down St. John's Church, lit fire to a guard post, threw firebombs towards the White House? We're not them. They're able to get away with it because they have Democratic prosecutors, like in Georgia, like in Washington, D.C., that are completely biased and are not there to protect the rule of law. And what we need to do is we need to vote them out of office. Do not resort to violence. That would give them, once again, legitimacy and fire up their base. Because the more fuel that they spend on these illegitimate prosecutions, that thought which is growing in the minds of many, many Americans from state to state and separating everything but the hardcore leftists of the Democratic base and the elites that feed off of the misery that they create in war and in the Cantillon effect, where the printed money is given out and distributed to the likes of BlackRock, who spend it and drive up prices before whatever trickle of money reaches the common man, exporting the inflation everywhere on the planet because we have the world's reserve currency. Stay calm. Carry forward, convince people, show people videos like this that are demonstrating that we want peace, but we also need to vote these people out and to convince those in the middle that aren't hypnotized by the likes of MSNBC and CNN.